Hey guys. Today I thought I'd make an unpopular opinions video. I tried to present my juiciest opinions. Remember that it's an unpopular opinion video, so you're not exactly supposed to agree. Please enjoy. Let's start off with a bang. I don't care who you stan. I'm not excusing any groups or idols who've done controversial things, but I also probably won't let it stop me from stanning a group if I really like the music, unless their actions make me very uncomfortable. Again, I'm not saying you're not allowed to be offended over something they've done, but I think it's stupid to search for only groups with squeaky clean records because if we're being realistic, none of them are completely unproblematic. Idols are still humans who are bound to mess up. Some people excuse idols' racism with a lack of knowledge and the rebuttal is they're not stupid, and Google is free. I think both are right in their own ways. We don't know idols. Some are very sheltered growing up and are tone deaf to problems around the world, so they don't think saying the N-word is that big of a deal. Does that make it right? Absolutely not. Others are knowledgeable and just don't care, but how are we supposed to find the difference? We can't draw these conclusions based on a 30-second clip. Of course, I wish they didn't do these things, but I also don't think it makes them evil. In an ideal world, K-pop companies would give their trainees all the right knowledge about offensive terms and the differences between cultural appreciation and appropriation. That being said, we don't live in an ideal world, and we have to deal with it. We can't frolic around fields pretending our faves are perfect, and this is one of the harder pills to swallow. We have no idea what our faves think of issues around the world or their extent of knowledge. I feel like the only person on this huge flying rock that hates Not Shy. I love ITZY, but I was honestly expecting it to get the same reception as Icy or Zimzalabim because I just find it unbearable. The only redeeming qualities of the track are Chaeyoung's in the chorus and the Yunalia pre-chorus part. Other than that, the song itself was mediocre and the music video and styling were both ugly as hell. I found the beginning part of the music video where it was like a western movie announcing the character cringy, and the plotline of the video didn't make sense. This is probably just me nitpicking, but the only thing that dropped when Chaeyoung said let the beat drop was Ryujin's voice. I also hated the choreography with all my heart, and the ending pose is so awkward. In the chorus, it also looks like they're mopping the floor. The album was very meh. The only tracks I liked were Surf and Be in Love. This era was just messy, and a big no for me. I'm sure we all know by now that the Blackpink members have wealthy parents. I'll link a quora in the description breaking down the rumors of their financial status before debut. And while, like the OP said, those are mostly rumors, but Jennie living in New Zealand and attending what seems to be a private school is completely confirmed, and anyone with a brain knows that's not cheap. This isn't a dig on Jennie or any idol. It's not their fault for being born into a wealthy family, but I think a lot of stans like to invent pity stories to make it seem like their fave's success was 100% self-generated. All idols do work hard, I'm not trying to discredit that, but not a lot of very successful idols come from poor or middle-class backgrounds. Olivia Hye from Luna attended FNC Academy, which is known to cost bank. I feel like for all that we hate the rich agenda Twitter stans like to push, our own idols are born rich and people choose to ignore that. There's nothing wrong with being born wealthy and privileged, but we should at least acknowledge that, don't you think?
Let's go.
I have no idea why this dream of the fourth generation being bad singers was born, but I need y'all to wake up ASAP because I know y'all are not about to call Hasul, Chu, Mia, Sihan, Lia, Yuri, Chi-Yun, and so many other fourth gen idols untalented. IZ*ONE has 5 lead vocalists for a reason. I think we can all agree aespa is going to be the main vocal group of the generation, but some stans seem to have it stuck in their heads that only SM idols can be good vocalists. My opinion still applies with rapping. You've heard Ryujin and Chaeyoung's wannabe rap, right? And EU and Aisha's Adios raps? These groups are still young and have already improved from debut, so I'm gonna ask y'all to calm down with your 4th gen bad narrative. Not to mention some of these idols debuting are literal teenagers that are still in school. Idols like Yuno and One Young are juggling their academics while performing for the world, and being toxic over their capabilities is beyond disgusting. For the love of God, please grow up, because I know a majority of the people nitpicking idols have no trace of knowledge in singing, rapping, or dance.
Let's bump it up.
I don't think any K-pop stans particularly like these bars, but I have a burning hatred for them. I could love a music video, but if it has bars on the edges of the screen it practically ruins it for me. If you haven't noticed, when I use music video footage I always zoom the video in because I simply can't subject y'all to those ugly bars. It's even worse when they're white, and I'll never forgive BBC for all the bar age they had the audacity to put in the Luna solos. It's the ultimate bad when they change throughout the video. Go one. Sweetie, you deserve better. Deja Vu had such a beautiful music video, then their company had such utter impudency to put huge bars hiding almost a quarter of the screen. It agitates me to no end because even when I zoom in on the video it hides the edges and it becomes blurrier, especially when the bars are big. Long story short, music video editors who add bars deserve to be fired and I will personally arrest them. Okay, we all remember the Momo vocal scandal. Some used it as leverage to insult Twice as a whole, some defended her by pointing out she's the main dancer, not the main vocalist, and some tried defending her and saying she sounded good. Now, objectively she might have sounded good to some, but as a person who's been in a choir, she is bad when she sings that high in terms of technique, and that's okay. The stans deluding themselves into thinking she is an excellent singer have the insecurity that Momo is not a well-trained vocalist, and they don't realize she doesn't have to be a good idol. Momo and other weak vocalists are sub-vocalists because they excel more in other aspects of being an idol, whether that be rap, dance, or variety skills. Sure, it's great to be an all-rounder, but stans should stop having these unrealistic standards they push onto their face. For example, my ultimate bias is Yaron, and she's a weak vocalist. I'm well aware of that and I'm okay with that because I know her strengths are in dance and putting on a performance, not hitting the high notes of the song. I think her voice sounds nice, but I also know it has a lot of room for improvement. Accepting mediocrity in some areas is something a lot of stans have forgotten how to do, and it's kind of sad because not every idol will be able to spit fire, do a dance break, hit a high note, and have perfect facials because idols are also humans with physical limitations and certain areas where they naturally excel and others where they just don't. Because stans have forgotten how to do this, they feel the need to push the narrative that an idol is better at something technicality-wise than they actually are. It's fine to be proud of your faith for what they are good at. They don't have to be the perfect all-rounder to be the perfect idol to you. Thank you for watching. Since you've come this far, you'd might as well subscribe. Let me know if you'd like a part 2 because I refrained from some opinions for the sake of time. Stay healthy and I'll catch you in the next one.
to the